Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Ansel Armstrong back again, and today we have the much anticipated release of Team Affinity Stage 2 here in MLB The Show 20, and we're gonna go through. I'm gonna break down some of the rewards, what you get, show you each of the player cards that you get in Stage 2 Team Affinity, as well as talk about some of the best ways to go about completing these Team Affinities and picking up some cards. And some of these cards from the Stage 2 Team Affinity, some of these Future Stars cards are insanely good, potentially some of the better cards in the game, and you're gonna be getting your hands on them. So let's take a look into Stage 2 Team Affinity and what you have to do to grind out and earn these rewards. So here we are in the Team Affinity screen. I've gone into the Yankees as I already have them fully completed 70 in the first section, and as I have 70 of 70 in Stage 1, I can press R1 on my controller and that will unlock Stage 2. Not similar to last time. March to October is still there for Stage 2, rookie, veteran. You're getting the same rewards there. The only thing we don't know is if these cards, your March to October runs, if they're gonna give you progress towards these cards in the Stage 2, if you already have a run in progress. I have a couple runs in progress. I'll be testing that a little bit later and seeing, and I'll make a comment down below. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, I'll have a comment down below if runs that are already in progress will work. I know I have the Dodgers right at the start of the playoffs, and I'm gonna be trying to knock them out, and I think it can get me just about the 50 points I'm gonna need for the Dodgers Team Affinity since I'm playing it on Legend, if it'll work. But I think it will if it is a run in progress and you're at 70 in Stage 1. There's also another moment for each team. Now, one thing about these moments to note, you do have to be at 80 Team Affinity, so you can't just be at 70. You do have to be at 80, and if you're not at 80, you will not be able to access these moments. When I go and look at the moments right now, they're all locked. But once I get to 80, those will unlock for each specific team, and then you can go through and get that extra 3 Team Affinity. Now, want to keep looking here. We have the innings rewards as last time, and as you can see, the progress you had in Stage 1 is going to carry over. If you had just completed one, as you can see, I only have 12 innings online with Yankees players. I have a couple Yankees in my lineup, so obviously that's just rolled over. I'm not going to get those 2 points here for Stage 2, but I do keep my progress that I've been having for these innings, which is a big win. A lot of people were thinking it was going to reset back to 0 for each team, no matter where you were in Stage 1. I'm glad that they didn't. It's still unfortunate if you had just completed it and just rolled over your innings, you don't gain anything there, but this is better than the alternative of everybody starting at 0. And again, we have 2 statistical missions. That'll get you another 10 points. Let's see. We have Face of the Franchise Tours. You want three extra base hits. So all these missions for these teams, they're going to be in regards to using your Face of the Franchise card. So especially with that event going on, you want to go through, put in your Face of the Franchise cards, knock out some of these statistical missions, and get a free 5 points for your Stage 2 Team Affinity. And then you have RBIs with left field's third baseman or outfield for the Yankees. As always, there is the exchange, 50,000 exchange points this time. And that is causing a lot of cards to jump up in price pretty significantly. A lot of craziness on the market right now. If you're going to do these exchanges, don't do these exchanges soon. You have golds that are selling 5, 6K that are usually 1 to 2K. If you have some of those golds, I'd be looking through your inventory. If you have any golds or silvers or even bronzes that you're not using, a lot of crazy things happening with the market now as people are buying up these cards to use in these exchanges. You may be able to go through and make some quick and easy stubs. And then just like last time, we do have the Showdown Exchange as well. It's going to get you 4 points to the Team Affinity, just like it did in Stage 1, but there is one slight difference to the Showdown that we'll look at here in just a second. Now on to the rewards. The rewards are the same for every team outside of the final reward. So we have the first reward. You're going to get the team stadium nameplate per every team. After that, you're going to get 3 Team Affinity packs, which is not much, but if you do it for every team, that is 90 packs to go along with the 270 you're going to get in Stage 1. Adding another 90 to that, that's 360 total Team Affinity packs, which have the exact same odds as show packs. Plus a ball is a habit pack, and a lot of these ball is habit packs can be pretty juice. I've seen people pull multiple diamonds in these. I've seen people pull diamond equipment and players in them. Lots of good stuff can come out of these ball is a habit packs. And then you're going to get 3,000 stubs at 110 team affinity points, which again, of course, across every team, that's 90k. That's pretty significant. That's going to add up. And then you have the main prize of stage 2. You have your future star cards, the Yankees here, Clark Schmidt. We're going to take a look, and at the end of this video, I will go through and show every future stars cards so you can pause it, look at them, and get an idea of their ratings and attributes there if you want to start playing on which ones you want to go for first. Now, one big difference with Showdown here in stage 2 is that instead of the divisional showdowns that we had in stage 1, you just have National League and American League. Personally, I think this is a pretty solid change. I think the only thing that may hurt is stacking your team versus a certain pitcher. I'm guessing the final boss pitchers and second and first bosses are going to be a bit more random as there's more to choose from, but with more cards to choose from as well, you should not get stuck with a bad team, as across the entire American League and across the entire National League, there's a bunch of good silvers and golds you can use to fill out your showdown team, and you should get opportunities to pick those during that. Other than that, everything's the same. It is 1,000 stubs to enter. You get the silver pack at the first mini boss, you get the show pack at the second mini boss, and you get the 5 vouchers worth 4 points each, so 20 total vouchers after the final boss. And again, those can be used for any American League team and or National League team if you do the National League Showdown. So you don't have to get shoehorned into doing a specific division, and you shouldn't be left over with any random extra vouchers at the end of it after you get a division fully maxed out to 120 across, because you can just go and use these American League vouchers in another division, which I think is a great move. I think it's a big win overall, and I think it's going to help speed up that process of knocking out those team affinity programs and getting more progress towards team affinity stage 2. Now, one thing I do want to note here, if you have any leftover team affinity stage 1 vouchers, this one is kind of a tricky one. They didn't really announce this, but you want to come in here and they have an exchange. If you put 5 team affinity stage 1 vouchers in here, you will get 3 team affinity packs back. So if you had been stacking any of these in hope that they would work for the stage 2, which they will not, by the way, these stage 1 vouchers will not work in any stage 2 collections. So if you have some vouchers left over, or you just have some random ones here and there, a couple from each division, if you have 5 of those, you can throw them into this exchange and you will get 3 team affinity packs back, which again have the exact same odds and drop rates as the show packs. And there you have it. That is a quick overview of team affinity stage 2. Personally, for me, I think to accomplish this, I'm going to be doing a couple showdowns, and I'm going to be trying to knock out these statistical things with each team that I'm going for, especially with the future with the face of the franchise cards being usable in the current event. I think that's going to make this really easy to get 10 right there. You do one showdown, you get 20, you're already up to 30, and then things go pretty quickly at that point. You do 2 showdowns and these 2 statistical missions, and you're at your 50 stars. You need to get to 120 in stage 2. So that's going to be my approach, grinding a lot of showdown. It's a great way to get some extra packs, some stubs, a lot of XP, these vouchers to get me through and get me more packs, stubs, and whatnot have you there, along with those future star cards, which are really, really special. A lot of them are really cool. They're really highly rated, and you're going to be seeing a decent amount of them in lineups. A couple of them are going to be sticking around for a while, especially a couple of the starting pitchers. So now at this point, we will cut away and I will show you the attribute ratings for every future star card that released with Team Affinity Stage 2 today. We will go division by division so you can look through and find your team and look at your team's future star and kind of get an idea of which ones you want to accomplish first. And then later on, early next week, over this next weekend, we're going to be going through and giving a full breakdown of every card, and I will personally be rating them 30th to first in terms of worst to best, to hopefully give you some idea and direction as you start to plan your attack of how you're going to approach and discover and collect these future star cards to add to your lineup, both for your main ranked season squad, because there's a lot of usability in that, and as well for the next event. I'm guessing for the next event, they are going to not allow you to use the face of the franchise cards and the second part of the current event, but you will be able to use future star cards and prospect cards. And hopefully between that, you'll be able to put together a pretty solid lineup.